coming this way. Wait a minute, hey, I'm ghosted!
By Roz Hernandez.
Oh my God, I don't believe it. We are joined once again by Jon Gabrus. Hi.
Hi, I'm so excited to be back.
The last time you were on, it got crazy.
I've been thinking of a cheeked up gorilla toy for the longest time. The fact that I do hundreds of podcasts and they go in one ear and out the other as I do them. Mine own, other people's. I have not forgotten that cheeked up gorilla since I came here.
That and I do recall you talking about a Ouija board and things got crazy because we found this eBay haunted doll with a gorilla that drank pee and was there to serve you.
Yes.
It was that's what we do over here.
I've always curious about ghosts and the paranormal, and I learned that there's whole other facets and pockets of the genre.
Yes, you're welcome.
My haunted butt plug.
It's out there.
I'm positive.
It's absolutely out there.
Oh man, do you think people want to
me.
buy a butt plug that was in someone's butt when they died? Is that the version? Do you have to like a real estate agent? Do you have to say like,
you have to
disclose this butt plug was when he was shot? He had this butt plug in.
That's interesting.
Or they had this butt plug in. Butt plugs are for everybody. Yeah,
everyone's got a butt. That's one thing.
Something we all have in common, and I feel like it's time we unified behind our.
We
asses.
should all be unified by butt plugs,
literally and figuratively.
Absolutely,
little like chain wallet that links us all up.
Oh my God, I've seen
nobody run.
I have seen situations where they have like a butt plug that has like a tail on it. Have you ever seen?
I've seen that. Roz, I feel like you may have seen more than me in these territories, but I'm excited.
I just got home from a gay cruise.
Oh my God, I'm going on a super straight cruise next week.
This is very different.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I can't believe a cruise would ever be considered straight, just based on the word.
There's nothing gayer than 5,000 men, me and Audra McDonald on a boat. That's what this was.
Was it a comedy cruise or was it just
No, it was a gay cruise and they had comedy on it.
Hell yeah.
I've seen some things.
Is there like one bachelorette party there that ruins it for everyone, like a gay bar? Or is like the cruise maybe too much of a commitment for 5 chicks to go to?
Yeah, I think it's a whole other level for sure.
I'm just here with my wife. It was the weekend we were available. You're just like on a gay cruise.
Because it's only gay people, like gay men, really. Yeah. It's not. Sometimes there's cruises where there's like a gay section, and then there's like
a gay section, a segregated cruise. If you're downstairs with Jack in steerage.
Yes, that's not this. This is gay people everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and my allergies are awful, so I will be sniffling. But we have you in the studio.
Yes.
And we're going to make the most of it.
Thank fucking God.
I'm just kind of curious your take on different things. So maybe let's start this off.
Well, what better place to share takes that are uninformed and unproven than a podcast? So let's go.
And this will live forever.
Let's fucking go, Stid. There you go.
We go.
You can use that as a pull for a pull.
Well, yeah, we'll see. What do you think of horoscopes? Are you a horoscope person?
I am. I'm not exactly a horoscope person, but I am attracted to 30 to 50-year-old bisexual women. So I kind of had to get into horoscopes.
You have to learn your big 3.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Sag rising, Aquarius sun, Leo moon, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, yep.
I don't even know that.
I only know that I have my birth chart that someone did for me, and I have it on my fridge. So, because I'm telling you, chicks be asking.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to know.
So, okay.
I have no idea what any of that means, but a astrologer broke down some of the stuff for me, and I just remember going like, yes, oh my God, yes, I am that. Yeah.
Was it someone you were attracted to?
Yes, that's a part of the problem.
I know.
Yeah, see, that's why I got into same reason I watched Beverly Hills 90210 in elementary school and junior high was to like talk to the girls. I read Babysitter's Club when I was in elementary school because I needed an excuse to talk to these broads.
these 12-year-old broads.
Listen up, sweetheart. Can you believe Jill's back with the other family?
Okay, so you don't necessarily believe horoscope, or like you don't.
I was thinking about this on the drive over here, honestly, because I kind of believe and don't believe in everything.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sort of like neutral on literally everything.
I think it's craziness to be all in on anything. Like,
agreed. And even the stuff I swear by, like all the kind of like trends that I get into, if someone wants to poke holes in it, I will allow. I'll be like, yeah, look, I know. I don't know exactly what cold plunge does for you. But I fucking love it, and I do it every day.
Joe Rogan does it, and I do anything he says.
Exactly. Oh, just about.
Yeah.
And then, but like, because I was thinking about that with like the paranormal. I'm like, I've never experienced it. I believe it could be all, just tricks of the mind and tricks of the environment. But it also could be true. And like, I'm not here to be the arbiter of that. And so I'm not the one that's going to say like, that's not real to a astrologer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? People are so comfortable saying that's not real. The planets were actually lined up completely different. And if you're not actually standing in Greece, then making the map of the charts doesn't matter because that's when and you're like, bro, I just want to read my CoStar and live my life.
Right.
And I'm not on CoStar. That's another thing you learn. You pick up when you're a listener.
Exactly. Now, those people, the haters, those are not members of the bisexual woman with bangs community.
No. Yes, bangs, septum rings. These are hand tattoos. These are my people. These are my swipe rights or whatever the good one is. I don't know.
You swipe right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, this kind of, I was thinking as you were talking about like, is the paranormal just tricks and whatever? Have you ever seen a magician and thought, okay, that might have been real?
Yes.
That's me every time I see a magician.
Sometimes I see an athlete and I go like, that might have been magic.
Yeah.
Like, how do you jump that high? How do you like vault that pole like that? Like, there's just some stuff that is like, if you just showed that to a caveman, like, like a person doing like a tiny woman from Slovenia doing like a 14-foot long jump, like you just showed that to a caveman, they'd blow their heads off. They wouldn't have a gun. They'd saw their heads off slowly with a stone knife.
They'd take 2 big stones and smash their head.
R.I.P. me, bonk.
What do you think about curses?
I mean,
do you think people can put a curse on someone or have a curse on them?
I think it's possible that you could. And then this is where my whole like logic brain versus my desire, my fantasy brain, they're two. I've always been a dichotomy. I've always been a nerd and a meathead, a comedy person and a jock, a fantastical, hippie believer, but also like a spectrum-y logic guy. Uh-huh. And I feel like
you're non-binary.
Yes, exactly. I am non-binary in an old definition of the phrase.
Sure.
But I find that I believe a curse could be real, but in the same breath, I believe that someone could psychologically confirmation bias themselves into believing they're cursed. You know what I mean? And is that not a curse then? If someone puts a curse on me, sans magic, like no actual magic, but then in my head, I believe I'm cursed and I start to see all these occurrences as part of my curse.
Sure.
Then what's the proof that that person did curse me then? Even if they don't have magic capabilities, they're not a bruja. They were just someone who said like, hey, asshole, you cut me off. And then for the next 6 days, I have bad luck, but I assume it's the curse. Then I've been cursed, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
but do you can I flip it back on you? Do you believe in curses?
I believe anything's possible.
I love it.
I don't want to find out.
So I'm non-binary and you're pan.
I'm very pan with all of this stuff. Because, let's say, to put it in the terms of your people, like sports and stuff like that get cursed,
right.
know?
And then what is that? Like, there's an expression for athletes called the yips.
What's that?
And like golfers or batters will get it. And it's where, or a kicker's. It's where you've done this a million times and you've always succeeded at it, but now for some reason you're in a negative streak and it begets more misses and negatives. So they call it the yips. I think he's got the yips. I think they've got the yips.
What does that mean?
I don't know really what it means.
Slur.
I'm hesitant to say it. Come from
This is one of those things we find out the origin of it.
Dude, everything is just it's like, hey, I'm gonna get an Italian combo. They're like, relax. You're like, what is that? That's bad.
Yeah.
But no, it's like an athlete thing. You'll hear like. He's like an amazing batter will have like 20 strikeouts in a row. And he's like, he's got the yips. He's got to break it. And that's where like, what's the word I'm looking for? Superstitions will come into play of like, it's because I didn't wear, like there's famously a movie, there's famously a ton of movies, but in the movie Bull Durham with Costner, Sarandon, and Robbins.
Is this the one that's like, if you build it, they'll come? Or...
No, a different Costner baseball movie.
Oh, okay.
That one is Field of Dreams.
You get one.
Yeah.
Don't do two.
Well, I got bad news for you. My boy Costner, he's the king of Americana. He's in multiple golf and multiple baseball movies, a cross-country movie, and he was Robin Hood. But they go like, wear women's underwear inside out. And he's like, huh? Underneath your uniform. And he does it, and it cures him. And then they're like, is that a real cure? He's like, no, I got you out of your head. And so there's like a lot of like self-destructive, like jinxes that you can put on yourself. And then if you believe it, is that not a curse, right? Like what is required of the curse? Like do we need to see like the blue sparkle of magic, or do we just need the person, the cursed to feel cursed?
That's when it's like placebo effect.
Yes, placebo effect, or like hypnotism in a way, you know what I mean? Like if someone tells you every day you're a fucking duck, like eventually you're just going to just check the mirror to be like, I'm not a duck, right?
That's fascinating to see. I meet a lot of these guys online that are into wearing women's panties, and I never thought that could be an attempt to undo a curse.
You should double check, because they might just be, you might be like, ooh, that's sexy. And they're like, no, sorry, I'm doing it for like my volleyball team. You're like, oh, that's way less sexy.
Are you superstitious?
I'm not superstitious, but I am a creature of habit. And like, I'll feel off if like, I have no real structure in my life based on our profession. I just like
it's so hard not having a boss.
I know. I don't have a boss. I don't have times I have to wake up or go to bed. I have like no rules, and I've always wanted that. Yeah. And now I have it, and I'm suffering from it because it would be nice to be like, this is actually the time I have to wake up and go somewhere, and this is the time I should exercise or clean or do whatever. But now I'm always like, I'll get to it. Like life is good. It'll figure itself out.
I hate those people that are like comedians or whatever that know, I wake up at 7 a.m. I work out.
Yeah, I'm at CrossFit at 8. I'm at breakfast at 10. I write from 11 to 2.
Are you funny though?
Like, oh, you are?
Did you make
and you're rich? Fuck.
and you're hot? Cool.
All right. Well, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Cut to me just smoking weed at 11:30 a.m. and playing fucking my Steam Deck for 10 hours. To go back to it, so when I was playing sports, I was superstitious, and I'd be like, I need to wear this shirt underneath my shoulder pads, these panties. And so, some of it is like actual comfort that then becomes a sort of like I need to wear these Nike Pro bicycle shorts underneath my rugby shorts instead of underwear. Those are more comfortable. And then you get to the point where you're like, I don't have them today. I can't and then all of a sudden
scary.
It's like, is my game going to suffer because I chewed up a pair of boxer briefs playing rugby for 80 minutes? Probably not, but I'll think about it.
I know.
And I learned over the time, and like you can bring this attitude to like whatever you're doing in life, but like eliminating things that would be on your mind leading up to like important events. It's like, that could be considered superstitious, but it could also be good prep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you want your mind to be at ease. And that's the scary thing with superstitions is that if you don't have the thing the one day, you're a mess. Like Best in Show. I was just rewatching Best in Show.
Oh, very specific reason too. Yeah.
Yes. Rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. But there's a scene.
Let's fucking get her on the Ouija board. The funniest session ever.
Yeah. I love her. But there's the scene where their dog doesn't have her little bee toy, and they have to figure out how to get the toy for her before the competition. And where is it? And Yeah, that's the kind of thing. I've had my moments of that in life.
Do you have a pre-show ritual? That's like the closest we have to athletics is like you're about to go up and do a half hour. Is there some? Do you have anything that you like to do before, or even on the same breath don't like to do?
Oh, there's one I could think of that I don't know if I want to share with the world.
I look in the mirror and go, Roz, you're funny. You're the best. It's like super embarrassing. And gosh darn it, people like you.
Well, I'll say this. No hookups before shows. I'll word it that way.
Oh, okay. I like that.
None of that ever before a show.
Day of.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's superstitious or if that's just like I don't know. I'm a pretty low energy person. I gotta save it.
Yeah.
I
understand that greatly, especially as in mid-40s. Like if I hooked up too close to a show, I'd be like, why am I doing the show?
I know.
Let me just stay home.
I know.
Let's order food.
There was definitely for a long time before shows, I would talk to, like, I would have a moment where I would talk to all my people that have passed and just be like, oh, be with me and whatever. And then I got to a point where I kept forgetting, and now I feel really bad. And sometimes when I did a thing recently where I was terrified and I was like, hey.
Now, is that a superstition or is that prep? What is that? But it doesn't matter. If you feel it, then it's something, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but I feel like all my dead people were like, bitch.
You didn't check
now
in?
you want us?
Okay. You're still opening with that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Come on.
I want like not unconditional support, please, abuela.
What? Okay, this is the one that gets controversial sometimes, but I'm curious. It's something we've opened up this show to a little bit lately, which is like fun conspiracy theories.
I'm your guy.
Yeah?
I like fun ones. I like scary ones.
I know.
They intrigue me in the thought experiment way. And then also we are currently living in a world where anything that sounds like a conspiracy, unfortunately, is it can be true.
It's possible.
Like, real stuff is being revealed almost every single day to us that like 50 years ago would have like my uncle put in an institution for believing. And now we just have like the fucking leaders of the free world being like, hey, yep. Like, we're fucking kids. And it's like, oh, okay. We can do nothing about that. This is like what we heard about for years.
I know.
It's so terrifying. But it is weird that we have conspiracy theories to have like warmed us up to this a little.
Oh, interesting.
And maybe to our detriment.
What do you mean?
We've been talking for so long about like pedophile cabal. Sorry to be such a downer, but like it's been in the zeitgeist. And then it's been revealed to be true. And now we have like hard evidence of it.
I know.
And nothing is happening. And I think it's because astroturfed us with the conspiracy theory stuff to make it seem less crazy. Think about it. For the last like X amount of years, we've been hit since 2016, maybe a little bit before. We've been hit relentlessly with conspiracy theories about this, whatever, the New World Order cabal of fucked up people doing fucked up sex magic for power or whatever. And then it's revealed to be true. Now, also for the last few years, we've been juiced with AI,
Oh my God,
which
yeah.
again splits reality a little bit too, of like what nothing can be considered definitely real or definitely everything can be, oh, that's AI. Now, this group of criminals has this excuse too of like, that's not me in that photo.
Yeah.
That's AI. And now we've been primed with these conspiracies for a while that now this shit lands in front of us and is real. And we're like, it can't be real. It's just like a kid's story. You know, it's like if you met the fucking Puff the Magic Dragon, you'd be like, you're the guy from the song. You're not real. It's like, but a dragon is standing in front of you, you know?
Right. I know. The AI really has thrown a wrench into what's real and what's not. And especially with like ghosts and Bigfoot. Bitch, UFO video. I will never be able to just see a video anymore and be like, okay, I think that's real. Like,
we already had to do so much sniffing out back in the day, like, you know, when we were younger and we got into this stuff, and you'd be like, this is Faces of Death, and you're like, this doesn't feel real, or like, this is a UFO footage, and you're like, is this real? Because this could be faked. And now anything can be faked. And I don't think having a shared idea, like, I think none of us having a shared idea of what reality is I think it's going to be bad. It's objectively bad for society, but I think it's going to come to a real head when none of us can even agree on politics or agree on X or agree on Y. We can't even agree on what is real and what isn't anymore.
I know.
That's a terrifying place to be in. Like, people can just choose to truly believe whatever they want, and they will get all the confirmation bias they want, depending on what pocket of the internet that they're siloed in. God. And that's terrifying.
So scary.
But to answer your original question, fun conspiracies, I love it. Marilyn Manson got his rib removed to suck his dick. Yeah, come on.
That was a big playground one in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with that one big time. That was.
What were some of the fun 90s ones that you would hear about? Also that he was
Paul from the Wonder Years.
From the Wonder Years.
Yes. Rod Stewart had his stomach pumped because he had too much cum in it. And
the gerbil.
And the gerbil was Richard Gere.
Gere.
Now, two things I've learned as I've gotten older that shed more light on those two fun conspiracies is the Rod Stewart one was from a manager that he fired. And the manager vindictively told people that, well, you know, Rod had to have his stomach pumped because he had.
How do you come up with of all the things you?
That makes me seem like the manager might have known someone or had it happen to himself. That's look. I haven't sucked many dicks in my life, but I've never had enough of anything in my life to anything in my stomach pumped. No less. That's a lot of labor to get, unless you bought a mason jar of cum. Why did I say this sentence out loud? That's the instinct where your mouth moves faster than your brain. And I'm like, what are you saying? You're talking to...
well, you would have to have a large quantity.
Yes. And then the Richard Gere thing, a lot of people believe it was started by the Chinese government.
What?
Because he was so pro-Tibet, and it like killed his career at the time. And they were doing everything to attach, you know, to use like gay panic and homophobia stuff on Richard Gere, who already like... husbands were ready to believe he's gay because their wives are like, Richard Gere's so handsome. It's like, he's gay.
Right.
I remember my dad saying that about like anyone growing up, that my mom was like, Rod Stewart is beautiful. My dad's like, he's gay. You're like, Dad, I don't think he is. I have a feeling it's way more pussy than any of us. I'm
pretty sure. Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not gay, but that's, I think we can guess.
Yeah.
Just because guys were pretty back in the day.
I think that the gerbil thing, just period, I think that's like kind of a conspiracy theory. Like anyone putting a gerbil up their butt, I don't think that that's real.
No, I don't think that's one of those things that like when you like when kids like when you're younger and you hear about like a Cleveland steamer or something, it's like
now that's real.
No, trust me, that's real. The cruise, it was a steamship. Let's just say nowhere near Cleveland, but you get my feelings here.
And I'm sure that there have been Cleveland steamers unintentionally.
Yes, I'm sure we've had some accidental gerbil situations.
The fun conspiracy theory thing is something, you know, I want to reclaim conspiracy theories as something that we could just like, I don't know, it is fun. Like, I mean, there is a thin line with like sometimes gossip and conspiracy, like these celebrity ones or whatever, but I don't know.
But no one's like wearing a bomb vest and going to Richard Gere's house because he maybe had a gerbil up his ass. You know, like there's no sniper ready to shoot Rod Stewart in the head or something like that. Yeah. It's these people who like live and breathe inside these like bad actors, not talking about like people who are in movies and TV shows, but people make awful choices that kind of retroactively ruin being able to enjoy. Conspiracies used to be the place for like, this is what we just talk about when we get fucked up, or like I go to this weird Reddit and read it. And now it's just like, you know, I'm not going to be the first person to say this, but like the president is like, they're eating dogs and cats. And you're like, come on, dude.
I know. Well, and I think at the end of the day, what all of this has in common with ghosts and UFOs or whatever is this idea of what is real. Like, we really don't know what is real. And I think it's fun to not know what's real sometimes. Like, the mystery.
I wish we all could just sit down and put our hands in and go like, hey, let's make a promise. We don't exactly know what's real and what's not, right? But everyone is the arbiter of everyone is their own, like, arbiter of truth, not just for themselves. So many people will layer on, sorry, Roz, that's wrong. Sorry, Roz, that's stupid. Your belief system is incorrect. My belief system is correct. That's why I stand in this non-binary situation where I'm like, maybe your belief system's correct. Maybe mine's wrong. Maybe yours is wrong. Maybe mine's correct. But I would say most of us are just like sort of correct some of the time. Yes. And isn't that like enough?
Yeah. It's not a bad batting average or whatever to sometimes be maybe onto something, but...
Do you think there are people who are like, I can't believe you believe in ghosts. That's insane. That's stupid. Now, don't get vaccinated because that's how they put a microchip inside you and control you. Like, there are people who have that exact belief system of like, there's no such thing as aliens. Come on. Bill Gates is a clone, you know, and you're like, wait, okay. Well, like, if you can believe this, can't you believe everything else? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that a lot of times what it comes down to for people is the evidence that they've seen, which, you know, I don't blame people. It's like if you haven't seen a ghost or nobody that you trust has ever told you a ghost story or then I can see why you would be like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I've never seen a ghost. I've had some experiences that maybe could be contributed to like paranormal, but could also be, I can't tell if I'm dreaming or asleep or a trick of the light or residual hallucinogenic effects of some other event or something like that. But I would not say, I'm not comfortable saying they're unreal too. You know what I mean? Like, I want to leave the door ajar for some unexplainable shit in our world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think of like a synchronicity or deja vu or like these things where you're like, wait, I feel like this was meant to be, or anything? Yeah. Are you someone that reads into that or just,
I'm glad you asked me that because I was just about to go into something because I'm obsessed with, this thing's driving me crazy. I'm obsessed with what is the power of the human brain. Like, it's way more powerful than we've ever known. You know what I mean? And if you fucked with like hallucinogens in any capacity, you know that you can see things that aren't there. They could feel super real. You can experience things that you you can't explain. And then if the brain is capable to do that when you get, you know, like Phineas Gage, like the dude who got like a rail spike in his head and moved, or the people who like go into a coma and when they come out after brain surgery, like speak German fluently.
What is that?
So I just think the brain is such a complex organ that it's capable of so much more than we can understand. So is deja vu a glitch in the matrix? Is it some alternate reality, past life situation? Is it just a reoccurrence of something so similar that it feels like that? Or is it and even if it is a trick of the brain, is the brain trying to tell us something? Is it like actionable information? I don't know how I feel about this, but in college, a friend of mine who used to get, one of my roommates, shout out Skills, he used to get deja vu all the time. And he would be able to get ahead of it and go like, oh shit, I'm having deja vu. Kid on a bike, red car. And the kid on a bike would like turn a corner and then a red car would like pull back out of a house over there.
What?
Like he would be able to predict it because he was like, oh my God, I've had this image before. Now, I don't know I have like goosebumps just talking about it. Yeah.
You witnessed this?
I witnessed him say this. And to me, like maybe there was some extra sensory perception of like he was picking up on, because some people are super skilled at that and he was able to pick up on stuff that we didn't see just yet. Or it was truly a psychic moment, or it was something like a trick of the brain, like that was right this one time or something like that. Like I'm so able to explain it away, but I'm not able to explain it.
But see, now, this is one of these things where I'll see a video on the street of some guy that's a mentalist or whatever, and he'll be like, I'm going to tell me your favorite childhood candy or whatever. And then he writes it down on a piece of paper, and then he somehow finds it, and then, whoa, I got it exactly right. Bitch, how did you just do that?
Yeah, I feel like we're circling magic territory there too. Of like, there's an illusion going on. There's like you're playing high probability games, right? Of like, I can eyeball by this person's age that they're not gonna say Cliff Bar. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm curious about a lot of that because I'm intrigued by that as someone who like considers himself a little bit of like a people understander because I've spent a majority of my life just talking to people or engaging with new people all the time. And I really love the idea of like knowing people and being able to, make hypotheses about people and be correct and stuff like that. And the idea that a mentalist just takes that to the nth degree. You don't know.
Is that what a psychic is doing?
Yeah, is that what a psychic is doing? Yeah, and I guarantee, much like the mentalist, much like the psychic, much like a hypnotist, there are probably a handful of people in those like communities who are doing it the way you were to understand it, like the magic way. Right. And I'll just keep using the word magic as like an umbrella term for like unexplained phenomena. But I do have a feeling that a majority of them are playing the odds, have gotten really good at these games, you know what I mean? Where it's like not to keep comparing it to physical stuff, but if you watch someone hit like 100 foul shots in a row, you'd be like, is that magic? Or is that someone who's so good at one thing and has practiced it like crazy? But that excites me because therein comes my thesis again. Is it not magic if you just get to know people so well that you could read them and go, your favorite candy was yellow Starburst? No one's favorite candy was yellow Starburst.
Yes, seriously.
I was the yellow Starburst of my family.
That's still a skill.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Is that how is that not magic? Like back in the day, like you'd get burned at the stake for being like, I think it's going to rain. And it's like, she knows magic. It's like, or was she picking up on the barometric differences in pressure and stuff?
That's what a meteorologist is then.
Right. Burn them all.
Yeah. Al Roker, we're on to you. What do you think of demons or dark energy or like some kind of non-human evil? Like, do you believe beyond just people being assholes, there's some type of force in the world?
Hard not to, right? Hard not to. Like, if all the other things that we talked about are possible, then negative versions of all of them are possible. Like a mentalist who can trick you into doing something awful rather than just guess your Starbucks order or whatever.
I am so afraid of getting hypnotized by accident by someone. Like, I wonder if that happens. I wonder if it's ever happened. Here's something to keep you up at night. Have you ever been hypnotized and you don't even realize it?
Because they said, and now you forget all this.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I'm not cool with like that shit scares me a little. I don't think I would ever want to be hypnotized because I wouldn't be fun for the show, the performance of it, because I'd be fighting it the whole time. Right. But then if it worked on me after it was over, I'd be like, I'm pissed.
Oh, I'd be furious.
Is it not like
everyone
violate?
Just laughed as I acted like a chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny to you?
Right. It's like if I was on drugs doing a chicken at a party and everyone was laughing at me, you'd feel bad for me. You'd be like, oh man, we got to get him cleaned up.
But like, if people have the ability to do something like that, then why wouldn't they have the ability to make you sleep with them? Or like, I don't know.
Make you kill someone. Yeah, make you make a terrible choice that, you know.
Actually, this is not a bad defense. I was
hypnotized. Sorry. Yeah. So if I'm ever going to kill someone, hypothetically, allegedly, I'm going to go like, bark, 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 bark the whole time. And then that way I have defense if anyone witnesses. Like, he was clucking like a chicken. I'm like, that damn hypnotist.
Yes,
someone take
county
down
fair.
Terry the Terrific or whatever his name is.
Terry the Terrific.
Well, where do you stand on that? Because I feel like evil energy and demons, like what you're saying, gets us into kind of religious territory.
Yeah.
And like, and maybe just traditionally, that's where you heard it the most was from Judeo-Christian religions and stuff. But I wonder, again, is astrology and Christianity...
Is it all the same thing?
Well, it is, because it's all just like we look up at the sky and I see God, you see the path of the sun and how it is compared to Leo's sun. I see Allah. I see this person. I see so-and-so. Yeah, I see birds and I worship birds. You know what I mean? I see the equinox and that's our pagan ritual. Like, we're all from originally the same area, right? We're all from this fertile crescent, Mesopotamia or whatever. We all started somewhere together. And there's no coincidence that Hanukkah, Ramadan, and Christmas are all so close to the vernal equinox. It's like, these are just splitting off the holidays. It's like, oh, Jesus' birthday is December 25th. He was born on December 25th, but every year around December 21st is the longest night of the year, something that would be easier to clock pre-calendar. Come on now. We're all descended from fucking pagans. We're all old school.
They believe in evil.
Right.
Like almost every, I think, religion believes in good and evil. And
right. And we see good and evil acted out on the daily, right? Like, unfortunately, we're so plugged into all the news that's going on. We see good and evil every single day. And like... Are you making that choice? Is it circumstantial? Is it beyond your control because of an evil being? You know what I mean? Like, if you put out evil energy and it's not from a demon, it's not from a dark force, but you put out evil energy that then instills evil energy in other people, are we not just doing the act of the devil? Like, are we not being demonic at that point? Like,
are you transferring a thing that you can't see, but
I believe in that stuff because, not to be the guy who is in his middle age, lives in California and does drugs, but vibes, man. Like, all of this shit we're talking about is weirdly under the umbrella of vibes. Right? Where it's like someone gives you good vibes and sometimes people give you bad vibes. Yeah. And sometimes you're wrong about them, but most of the time you're right. Right? When you get bad vibes from someone, eventually someone's like, oh, thank God they left. He's a Notice I say if you get bad vibes from someone, usually you follow with the pronoun he.
Let's be real. Yeah.
They are a pain in the ass. No, not in the same way as he was.
Yeah.
And like, someone has bad vibes. Is that evil energy? Is that a defense system built into our body to pick up, like, is it their horoscope versus your horoscope? Is it more scientific and it's they're emitting some sort of frequency that doesn't vibe with your frequency? Now, I have an old hippie therapist and he talks a lot about, like, that's a low vibrational human.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So, like, that kind of stuff is, all of this stuff is kind of all the different ways of explaining the same shit, right? Like, he was possessed by the devil. He was low vibrations. He
cold plunger.
Yeah, he was a cold plunger. He needed to die. He deserved to die.
What do you think about well, wait, I want to go back to hallucinogens. So you've done a bunch.
Yes.
And when you have these experiences, do you go, okay, it's just drugs? Or do you go, okay, maybe like what I'm seeing right now is always there, but the drugs is what's making me be able to see it? Or like, how do you...
Yeah, I wonder that. Or I also say, like, another version of that is, why is the plant showing me this too? Like, why am I supposed to gain something from? Am I supposed to gather something from this? And so that's another thing that I'm that's going through my mind in these situations too. I'm able to, like, I don't believe that, like, I'm seeing the machine elves that keep the world moving that are somehow not visible to other people or whatever.
Okay.
But I also haven't done the big ones like DMT or ibogaine or anything like that.
Ibogaine?
Ibogaine? I forget what
that?
That's the one that they use to, like, it's like the poison frog venom or whatever. And I think that's what they use to, like, kick people off opioid addictions and shit like that.
Have you done ayahuasca?
No, I haven't done that one either. No. I'm very curious. I'm in a yes phase in my life, so I'm going it is funny to be 44 and being like, I'm going to start doing more drugs, but I am.
Why not?
So I'm going to eventually, I'll come back on in a year and I'll have done all these previous drugs.
Come back on the drugs.
Yeah, dude. Let's do it for an episode. Let's
down.
do a remote episode where we do fucking ayahuasca.
And you're just puking and shitting
just barfing
everywhere.
And, shitting, yeah. And people would be like, this is no different than when Gabrus comes on normally.
And I'm just like, so what do you think of Ouija boards?
And where do you stand on oven mitts? Huh? Yeah. So I wonder with hallucinogens, and then you wonder if your brain is capable of that. Like, is it capable of showing you, making you think you saw your grandma's spirit, or making you think you saw an orb, or something shoot through the sky? Like, if our brain can do that on drugs, can it do it not on drugs? And it's like, and all we need is to ingest this piece of like fungus, and all of a sudden we get to see stuff that isn't real. Like that's really interesting and exciting to me.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I think about that with like a haunted place where it's like, you know, some old 1800s ass place, there's, asbestos. Oh, could it be a gas that's coming off of
black mold inside of the stuff, or like this? No one's been around wood that's 300 years old, like that. You know what I mean? Like, could anything else be affecting you?
Yeah. That's making you have a specific, because you know that the woman that from that painting died in this room. So is that why everyone sees that woman? They think.
Yeah, I also wonder about that stuff too, because I feel like a lot of these haunted experiences we're kind of set up for them too, in a way where you're like, and don't forget, the granny spends nights knitting in this chair, and then you're like, I saw her,
right?
And because I would say, like with alien abduction stories, they're either all very similar because that's exactly what happens, or it's because when you've heard one, even if you are hallucinating it, dreaming it, or has hearing about it not made you think about it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Like, am I like, oh my God, I had an alien abduction. It's weirdly, coincidentally, just like all the stories I heard of other alien abductions.
Right.
And you go like, oh, was I primed to believe that because of hearing all the stories out there? Or are all the stories the same? Because that's what happens.
Well, what hallucinogens have you done?
I've done acid and mostly mushrooms, but I've done acid a few times. And I've had some trips on mushrooms that I'm like, these are visuals that I've seen before in like art, or... And
they're somewhere in your brain.
They're somewhere in my brain, or... Did the person who made David the Gnome also do mushrooms? You know what I mean? Because one time I had like a mushroom trip where I was like laying on the ground and I could see like a world that was living just below the surface. And it was like, you know, like a mole with like a shovel and like a little frog who had like a knife on his belt and was like, you know, and it was like all these like little animals living in a subterranean. Yeah, gerbils crawling in and out of my ass, two-way street. Excuse me, pardon me. Going in? No, I'm on my way out. All right.
It's a mess in there.
Yeah, God. They have like hard hats, like they're like coal miners coming out covered in shit. Like Chernobyl. But I was experiencing this and I'm like, oh, this is like kids' books, David the Gnome, Richard Scarry, and all this stuff. And I'm like, were those people on mushrooms? And this is like, because the other thing that really excites me is a lot of people talk about seeing some of the same stuff when they do
recurring characters that are like, what is that? Like is that in your brain, or?
Yeah. Are you primed because you heard about the machine elves on DMT, and then when you do DMT, you're hoping to see them? Or is that something that this compound wants to show you? Is it something is that close in our brain? Is it an ancient memory of our species that we all share in some weird collective stuff? Like, hey, man, who knows?
I know, that's fun.
I love that, like, the whole time I'm like, well, my logic brain versus my fantasy brain. Then cut to me, like, 10 minutes later in the interview. So the machine elves, man, they make everything go round. You got to meet them. Yeah.
What's the machine elves? I don't know this.
I've heard a few different DMT stories that you will see, like, tiny creatures that are kind of operating the world.
Okay.
And I don't fully understand that. Weirdly enough, I watched that DMT documentary, a long time ago. It came out like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, but it's narrated by Joe Rogan, becoming a full controversial figure. But multiple people describe a similar trip of like being at the end of the universe and seeing the start of another universe of like similar to ours, like the parallel universe theory of like, I'm at the end of it and I'm looking out at another universe that's starting. But then also like, sorry, while we're on the topic, people who have sleep paralysis, a lot of them describe like a very similar kind of situation.
Yes.
Now, what is that? Is that I'm having sleep paralysis, it's a sleep demon like Roz told me about on her podcast, or is it like, this is what we experience when we have sleep paralysis? And have you heard people talk about the Hat Man?
The Hat Man,
yes.
The old hag is another one.
Right. It's like Slender Man. Like how do these things enter our our history? How did Bigfoot enter our history? Did someone see one day? A cryptid like that, and we just kind of let it ride, and we never saw him again, and everyone's been hoaxing? Or are they straight up hidden? Or some people will make the case that they are parallel dimensional beasts, and like we're only seeing them when they're briefly in our world or whatever. The Dog Man, like that's another one from the cryptid community.
Right.
That stuff interests me too. Like all of this stuff interests me. I just don't know what I believe in personally, and I don't think I have to decide today.
No, and again,
I'm open to I'm hoping cryptids are real. I think it would make for a much more interesting world, and I look forward to fighting for Sasquatch's rights to marry or something like that. Like I can't wait till they're like that rolled into society that we're like, my neighbor's a Sasquatch and I love him. like I just want that shit.
Yeah, the thing that I always say is if we figure out all these things, I'm out of business. It's no longer a fun mystery thing. It's now, my neighbor's a Sasquatch and he deserves to use the same restroom as me.
Yeah. In all species restroom. I wonder, think about it, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, what couldn't be explained could now be explained, this is actually how photosynthesis works, or we learned how this works. We learned how bats can be blind and still fly. And then one of the big woes in my life right now is what will we know in 100 years and 200 years that we don't know now that can be explained? Will they be like, dude, we sorted it. It's blank. It's like there are aliens and they have been abducted. There are ghosts and it's our ancient, and here's how you can explain it. And this is why they come in as orbs, because the energy, will that happen to us? And then that's exciting to me. The part that makes me sad is we are not focusing on science or research. Everyone's a influencer or an AI artist now. And it's we're not going to sort this out. Our brightest minds are just going into making our phones more addictive. Back 100 years ago, or 60 years ago, you might be I'm going to work at NASA or I'm going to cure cancer. And now everyone's I'm going to make phones 1% faster and become a billionaire off of it. It's and that shit breaks my heart.
I know.
I wish there were more people and I'm sure there are, they're not getting the same amount of air, but what's his name? Terrence McKenna or, Carl Sagan or these psychonauts, the people who were tripping, Dennis Leary tripping balls. No, Dennis Leary's Timothy Leary.
Dennis Leary.
I'm doing Rescue Me and I'm learning how brains work. No, Timothy Leary, the acid guy, doing all this stuff and learning more about what is capable in the human brain and all that stuff. And people, they're you make these jokes about they were just studying rats 69ing or whatever. And you're if that gives us a little modicum of information, that's a fucking snowball effect. I love when you would meet someone in the wild and it's well, I have this one of my good friends, we call him the Monkey Man, because he had a doctorate in primatology and his main focus of study was studying color blindness in monkeys in South America.
Wow.
And he one day just broke down for me what that research could extrapolate out to, you know what I mean? And it was just like really intriguing of like, cool. So he's like, well, once we know how color blindness works, like genetically, we learn how the genes work, blah, blah, blah. That could give us information about this. We could be curing color blindness. We could be learning why, is it important? Is it not important? Like all this stuff. And I was just like, oh, all because you're out there doing like red card, green card with like a rhesus monkey or whatever. And like, to me, that like really intrigued me that you can focus so much on one little thing that could maybe answer questions about all that other stuff, you know? And like back in the day, like the pencil was invented because of NASA, because they were like, pens don't work in zero gravity. It's like, well, we need something that doesn't have like floating ink inside of it. And it's like, that was a great like, we would learn other things in the pursuit of just knowledge in one direction. You know what I mean? Just getting all the brightest minds in one room working towards one goal used to be like, how can we get man to space? And now it's like, how can we increase shareholder value? It's like,
but there still are people that are doing those studies.
Yes. And despite like, why would anyone who graduates college now, like, or graduates high school, want to become a doctor, a teacher, a nurse? You know what I mean? Like
that's so scary.
It's so like those like now everyone wants to be on YouTube or these quick fixes because money is so money is so required for survival in our culture that like if your kid wanted to be a teacher, you'd be like, I don't know. Like that used to be like, I believe it's one of the more noble professions a person can have, dedicating their life to educating your children. But now it's like, they don't make enough money to live.
You gotta have content with your teaching.
Right. Yeah. You gotta be like, it's me, day 6 of wearing the same maxi skirt as a teacher to see if I get a reaction from my kids. And then it's like a weird angle of them with their phone on the desk. I'm like, just teach the fucking class, people.
I know. Well, let's get to a little segment that we do on this podcast where we look at some haunted eBay dolls. It's time for
The Dolls Are Living.
Jon
When I say
Gabrus.
protect the dolls, this is what I'm referring to. It's haunted eBay dolls. Imagine I'm wearing a protect the doll shirt on a red carpet and I explained myself and they were like...
In case you didn't know, there's a orangutan. I'm not sure if he's colorblind or not, but he does have an ass that loves to
It
be
just won't
pissed
quit.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Very similar one we have this time.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Round 2.
This one is going for $24.99. Please.
$24.99?
Oh, absolutely.
That's a great deal.
Jiha, show us Gangji.
Show me Gangji.
All right, Gangji appears to be... Is that a Beanie Baby? I'm not sure. But it's just, it's something...
It's hacky sack adjacent for sure.
Yes.
It feels like maybe a knockoff Flounder from... or Nemo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a fish. It's green and yellow. Very simple, little stuffed animal situation. But of course, it comes with a spirit inside of it. And the person selling it here...
$24.99 feels like such a... I mean, I guess that starts the bidding.
It's a bargain. No, that's...
a buy it now?
That's a buy it now.
You can buy it now for a haunted fish doll.
Well, and just wait till you see what comes inside.
Ooh.
It says, meet Gangji. Like G-A-N-G space G-E-E. Gangji.
Yeah.
Gangji? No, Gangji. Okay. She... is very special. Sweet at times, yet wild and crazy when she's in the bedroom. She even tastes sweet when you kiss her lips. You will immediately feel a tingle as if you got burned by the sun. She was super excited about taking these pictures because she knows she will find a new master soon. A beautiful fishy vessel with a rough nature.
Whoa, is this like a full genre of haunted dolls that are written like a 1980s personal ad?
Exactly.
Gangji, when you kiss Gangji's lips, you'll feel the tingle of a sun. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued.
It says she comes from a clean home. Her origin is unknown. She is using her supernatural abilities to appear cute and neutral. She's special, very energetic, and is here to serve you. She will change her form and shape to reflect what she feels you are lusting for, to gain sexual activity from you and other worldly spirits.
She will change her shape into a fish with big naturals. That's the only way that she gets me.
Well, yeah.
Gang G, I didn't know you had double G's there too.
I guess we're supposed to believe that there's a ghost inside of her that comes out of the fish and will fuck you. It says she.
Hey, things are drying up. $24.99. I gotta give it I gotta roll the dice here. What if this ends with no femmes, no fatties?
It does say she prefers a man.
Okay. Okay.
It says she loves the smell of seaweed, sushi, blood, and fruity drinks. You will have a vision of her in the jungle waters, eating and mating. With these major activities, don't be surprised if you see or smell flashes of blood dripping down her mouth. She's going to growl and moan for you. She wants all your
By the way,
fluids.
every time, Roz, you say like 3 very dirty things, and then I look over to picture a Ganji, and it is like a children's toy with like bug eyes. It's neon green and yellow, and it's like, she will have blood dripping out of her mouth, making you cum cockroaches, and you like look over, and it's just the cutest fish. She will turn into all of your devilish delights, a succubus to drain you, to turn you inside out via coitus.
Yeah.
And then it's like Ganji just look over and it's like, it's me, Ganji.
Well, apparently it says she wants all your fluids.
She can have them.
She
Comes from a clean home, but the toy loves its fluids. This thing reeks of fluids.
Now, I wonder what would happen if you were tripping balls next to Ganji, knowing this story. Would it come
I wonder.
true?
I wonder.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's go, Ganji. Let's go, baby. I want to know what they did. Like, I want to be like, trust me, the ghost made me bust. That's what I need to know. You're just a message seller. Did you bust? Y/N.
Let's send a message and I'll do a follow-up on this. Let's just, she's already been sold.
What?
Since I found this, she has been sold.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that is true. I should ask follow-up questions on this. How did you come to find out about this?
Because that's what I'm really intrigued by. I'm like, if they're just buying a toy saying, I could buy this thing for $3, write up a fake backstory for it, and someone with mental illness will buy it and believe it. Mental illness and a credit card, they will buy it and believe it. That's one thing. But I want to ask the follow-ups of like, how do you know this is a sexual being? I want those nasty deeds.
Yes, I would like some proof. It says
send a video of you just going like, oh, like Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters, the eyes crossed.
It says you may smell cooked meat or sweet cakes.
Okay.
Because she likes to eat a little before sexual activity for energy.
Oh, I prefer to eat after.
Well, it is probably not a match.
Yeah, sorry, Ganji. I'm a post-coitus
I was here for everything until...
Ew, that's disgusting. Haunted fish doll. I can't believe that I'm on your podcast again and we found another haunted horny doll. I can't believe they fucking exist in this much. Like, we are an embarrassment of riches of haunted horny dolls.
Oh, this was, take your pick. This was just the first one I found. All right, that was The Dolls Are Living. It's now time for... EVPs or EV Police.
Okay, this is a listening one, right?
Oh, this is a listening one. And these are great.
These are executive vice presidents leaving voicemails. And
this is gonna make anyone believe in ghosts after they hear these. These two were both posted by someone named Matt Hutter in his home. And tell me what you think this first ghost is saying.
Wait, can we hear it one more time? Whoa. Pearl Harbor didn't happen? I feel like he's saying Pearl Harbor at the beginning. Wait, one more time, please.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. These conspiracy theorists, once they're dead, they're going to be...
They're still spewing the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Whoa. What are they?
I'll give you some options.
Okay. Oh, okay.
A, B, C, D. Was it A, you're a fuck up? B, haha, motherfucker. C, oh, that doesn't feel good. Or D, let me guess, your name is Caitlin.
These are 4 things you've said to me.
All right, what is this ghost saying?
What was that first one you offered? What was A?
You're a fuck up.
I think it's the second one, the something motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what they think. Haha, motherfucker. I kind of hear.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for an EVP to say ha. You know what I mean?
Right.
If it was laughing and then it said motherfucker, that's one thing.
Right. That's like when people are like, LOL.
Yeah, like I don't think ghosts are like, okay, we have one chance we have to project our voices so that the humans can hear it. What do you want to say? Ha, motherfucker? Yeah, I like that, Rick. Let it rip, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, same place. This was in his home. What is this one saying? Crystal clear.
One more time. Gimme more, you liar.
Interesting.
It's truly like I'm going off like imagining what the ghost's mouth might be like moving like, because it really, there's no hard consonant sounds in there. It's like I accidentally did it at the same time, and then I think I synced up with the ghost because I felt Ghosted with Roz. Like and subscribe. 5 stars.
Okay, do they think it was A, wait, I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
B, you're a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
C, well, I'll suck. Or D, you look like you're at least 50.
Another 4 things you've said to me, Roz. What was the second? What was B?
You're a bad boy.
I think it might be A.
They think it's, well, I'll suck. I think that was just wishful thinking.
I think Matt Hutter might have a little more to the story he didn't tell us. I think the ghost said, well, I'll suck. It's like, a guy ghost? Oh, no. A dude who gets sucked off by a ghost and is really concerned. He's so homophobic that he's concerned it was a guy ghost. You're like, you're the first person who got sucked off by a ghost. Who cares that it was a dude? You tell no one about this.
That Dan Aykroyd, he says that really did happen before.
He's nuts
he's
in the best
into
way.
this stuff. He's very into paranormal. His family studied the paranormal and wrote books about it.
Yeah.
And he claims that he had a sexual experience with a ghost and then put it in Ghostbusters.
That's crazy. I mean, that's the shit you just pray for. You're like, if I'm going to have a ghost encounter, I hope I'm nutting. I better be. That's
one way
that's
or
me,
another.
That's me getting fired from my first day of a ghost hunting job. Whoa, the spectrometer's off the charts. I hope I get my dick sucked. Hey, man, you can't just keep jumping to that. I hope it's one of those fellatio ghosts. I'm going to be saying that if I feel like there's like when you like think there's someone in like a spirit and you're, I'll be like, okay, if something's here, just put the tip in your mouth. Prove you're real. Take just a tip to start.
Yeah, this ghost is fake.
I keep getting in trouble for having my dick out. I'm like, I was looking for ghosts.
Yeah, I'm not going to take you on a ghost hunt anytime soon.
Hey, Gabrus, you got pepper sprayed again on this ghost tour. You have to just stay home.
Then the ghosts start accusing you of sexual harassment.
Yeah. I think he's actually a bit of a perv. Hashtag ghosts too. I get Me Too'd by like a 700-year-old like factory worker or something.
When they had no consent back in the day.
Yeah, they still think I'm a pig. I was married at 13 and I still think you're a fucking pig.
All right, Jon Gabrus, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me.
Not at a ghost hunt.
You can find me not at haunted houses anymore. Sorry, Hollywood Horror Nights. I've been banned again. You can find me online. I'm at Gabrus everywhere. I have podcast Action Boys, which is a Patreon podcast about movies, and I have a podcast called Staying Alive. Wherever you get podcasts, it's a health and wellness podcast I co-host with my buddy Adam Pally. And I also did a 30-episode series, an audio series called The Gino Lombardo Show. And at gino.gabrus.com, you can buy physical media. I made a little cassette tape with a hard drive inside that contains all 30 episodes.
Amazing.
Please.
That's great.
I'm in my mid-40s. I got my DVD shelf out now. I'm back to physical media.
Hell yeah. Drugs and physical media. It's the future.
Yeah, that swipe left on me. Middle-aged comedian with drugs and DVDs. He must be the only one.
All right, we're done.
What's that at the foot of my bed? It's spooky and kooky. I'm pretty sure it's dead. It's coming this way.